welcome back. So last time we saw great successes. We took out Japan successfully. We've taken them out. We own all of that. Puyi claimed the Mandate of Heaven and is now the Emperor of all of China. And also, we began the war with the Soviets. We took a bit of territory. Then the Soviets fell. We took out Mongolia. And now we're at war with the German Reich. And pretty much, we're just trying to pump out troops right now. I mean, to start with, I'm going to pump out some troops just to replenish all my men, so... What do we need? 3, 5, 7, 8 divisions currently to replace all that we've lost, so... 24, and then... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 divisions, which will be enough to make another full army and enough to replenish the ones we've lost on all these armies. Which actually, in saying that, some of these armies can go up to 30, so that'll put them all to 24, so then what do we need? 6 more. 6 more for 2 different armies. 3 different armies is 18 more. So hang on. Let's not confuse ourselves. Let's just go 18, and that'll put all those armies up to their maximum strength. Let's check out our logistics. We're still more than okay. And let's pump out another 48 divisions as well. That way we can put more men across the front line altogether. Proof torpedo launchers, because again we're going to aim for amazing technology for submarines. I'm going to import from British Malaya because they're right there. The problem with importing from all the way over the UK is that I don't know if it'll reach me. Oh. Doesn't matter. Apparently we've got plenty. Yeah, also, we need another... Oh yeah, this guy. Promote. You're now the Field Marshal. Drop those 18 divisions. Two divisions, that's 30. I miscounted somewhere. I definitely did not recruit enough in that group. Well, anyway, recruit these guys. Split them into 2 more armies. Recruit another 2 generals. Stick them under this field marshal. And then what do we need left? We need 6, 7 more units. 7 more, and then that's enough to top all these guys up to their max strengths. Then also what we're going to do, delete all these front lines. Get this guy, give him a field marshal line that looks like this. He'll have the bigger one because of course he's got more men. He'll have that one with the goal of just rushing this way. And this guy with his men are going to go up to that field marshal with the goal of heading to the northern area there. Go. Logistically, we still have a shit ton of supplies, but now we've got way more men in the field, which is just more men punching into the Germans, which as you can see, is working. We are actually expanding, it's just not particularly fast. It's the only issue here. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we just don't have enough men to fill the entire line properly. Whereas they do. And like, yeah, you can argue the attrition will be bad, but the attrition will be worse for the Germans than it is for us. Mostly because we have manpower for freaking ever. We just have such a huge manpower pool, like 27 million. Oh yeah, we're recruiting more stuff, aren't we? 7 divisions. Into that guy, and one of them over there. There you go, they're heading off. Now everyone's at full strength, giving everyone their best shot. And so he can go across like that and take them. We're also slowly researching nuclear weapons. I don't know if we'll be able to use them, but we can attempt to. See, why aren't you just moving in like this? There's literally no reason not to. It just encloses it, makes it a smaller front line. See, he's moving in. So then we'll have conquered all of this, and then you can all move across to the left. So Germany's lost 1.25 million, and 700,000 of them were to me. I might not be in the Allies, but I'm doing more damage than all of them. Atomic research is complete. Nuclear reactors. Torpedo launcher 3s, torpedo launcher 4s. Yeah, he's already taking that, good. Keep going down the close air support as well. Make sure I can click that empty slot, and then submarines 4. We're slowly getting all the bits and pieces that we need to make them the best they can possibly be. Meanwhile, the Chinese Empire is just growing. I think the Emperor at this point is past the age where he'll grow. But the Empire itself, damn, it is just expanding at a rapid rate. You stop them from being able to cross. Meanwhile, we cut them off from here. Damn it, we failed to cut them off. Although we can still cut them off. We just have to win a battle over here instead. Oh, we already did it. We cut them off here. Good. Now all these divisions die. Which is exactly what we want. As many German divisions as we can cut off and kill while we're out here, the better. And so all I can imagine is if we cut this off, they're all dead. But obviously it's not quite that easy. They're also trying to fight me over there. In the far, far east of Siberia. I mean, this is all still basically Siberia. Like, yeah, northwest Siberia. We're not even at the Urals yet. Like, even in the modern day, this part of Russia is barely populated. The military forces both sides are putting into this area right now is probably higher than the entire modern day population. It is one of the least densely populated parts of the world. Yeah, their casualties just keep going up. I mean, I'm sure mine do too. Yeah, I've lost way more than them, but I can afford it, can they? They're also worried about D-Day landings and things over here. I'm not. I've got absolutely no concern about Axis landing here. They don't have the Suez, they don't have anything. They have no way of reaching this part of me. I'm completely safeguarded from them by the distance. By ocean, anyway. Actually, instead of doing that, go over here and go Fire Control System 3. Because it'll give them a bonus as well. We'll be able to put that in the ships, and then we should probably search up radars just to put them on our naval units. Yeah, we're closing in now. Kill these guys so they can all rejoin the front line where they're supposed to be. So we've got the RLC basically. It's so sad the RLC basically doesn't exist anymore due to inept leadership in the Soviet Union leading to environmental disasters. Yeah, they're still trying to fight over here, but all the mountains and bad terrain is just making it really hard. But it doesn't matter, the point is we're pushing them. Eventually either they'll get pushed back, or we'll push far enough over here that they'll all be just enclosed when I cut them off from supplies. Either way, good for me, bad for them. I'm putting too much pressure on them across too many fronts, they can't handle it. Well, across too wide a front, I should say. Meanwhile, it looks like Britain's being a pain in the arse to Germany and landing all over Norway. Turkish Empire has joined the Germans. That could actually be really dangerous. Because now the Axis has a direct point where they can attack into the Middle East. I hope Britain has defences ready or they might lose the Suez soon. Netherlands moves government to Batavia. Fair enough too. Yeah, let's go radar, and then we'll keep upgrading radar so we can get higher level radar on our ships. We'll be able to actually start building some submarines soon. In fact, if we're going to start investing in a naval force, let's invest in it properly. And get more goddamn dockyards than you could ever imagine. Just right along the coast. All the way up to Siberia. I feel like the Germans just... I am the last thing in the world they wanted to deal with. They had so many prospects of just dominating the world. And I ruined almost all of it. I mean, they're not ruined yet, but I guarantee if I start looking at them, they're looking worse. Well, service by requirement, that's what they were before, right? And they're still between 7 and 11 million men. How is that possible when they've lost nearly another million to me and I know they're losing more men elsewhere? Maybe they weren't total... No, that wouldn't help. That'd actually make it worse. I don't know. Maybe it's due to all this territory. Maybe because they took so much new territory, even just that little bit they're getting out of all the non-core land is enough. Maybe it's enough to be helping them, and oh god, British are going to lose the Suez. It looks like they're fighting, but I don't think it's enough. I don't think they were quite ready for an African front to open up right now. Not with a very fresh Turkish force too. So it doesn't matter. We're the main front. So long as we keep pushing, we'll win eventually. Their equipment looking. Just look in here. Most of the units have pretty good strength, so I'd say their equipment's doing okay. Not overly surprising considering how many factories they probably have by now. Because that's the thing, even with all the land I've taken the Siberian land. I haven't exactly taken the resource and industrial rich areas. Because they're all on the other side of the Urals. I'm starting to get towards it, but like all the Russian territory they've taken is really rich, and they still have all of it. Yeah, the Suez is now divided. I hope they can at least hold that, because then it's contested and not taken. I also don't know why America hasn't entered yet. But man, isn't that just a beastly China right now? You know, it's December, but we've only been going like 16 minutes. We'll keep going for another year. We'll go to 45 this time. Up till 46, sorry. Because now we're not doing as much. Now we're just sort of waiting for our men to keep pushing forward while we do research and set up for future operations. Also research some carriers. Oh yeah, I see. We've hit the Stalingrad sort of area. Oh, not even yet. We're just struggling to cross these rivers. It's a fair old river, actually. There's a lot of rivers through Russia. That's the thing, like, look at that. We're pushing such a large, like, that is hundreds and hundreds of kilometers worth of territory that we're just fighting all along all of it. There's no way that Germany's going to be able to sustain such a huge front forever. Yeah, keep getting more resources out of China. War bonds make building faster. Any repairs that need doing, pump them up to the front. Front of the queue with you. Get them up and running. Airplane production. How is our fighters going? 7,000. Very good. Keep it pumping. That's the thing. We're not really winning that many battles, but we are winning some. I'm noticing we're winning more down here in the south, which is actually good, because these are the resource-rich areas that we really want to be winning in. See, I could get more men to the front, but I kind of feel like... No. Actually, in saying that, I definitely could send more to the front. We're not really running out of supplies anywhere. Somehow. I suppose all of it being a direct line from our capital rather than like some nations where it has to ship over is definitely helping. Actually, logistics first. Yeah, we got plenty. Another 48 divisions, just so we can have 2 field marshals with 5 full armies under each of them. It's more than we'll ever need again. Like, this war across mainland Eurasia, really, is the only war where we're ever going to need this many divisions in one go. Like, a war with the Allies is mostly going to be India, a little bit of Africa, and like then it'll be naval landings and stuff trying to take out Britain and the US. This is the only time we're going to have a big land war like this. But hell, why not? Why not go all out when we're doing it? Also, yeah, let's start submarines. Submarine 4. Oh, we don't really have naval XP to actually upgrade these, do we? Well, what I could do, switch this guy out for a naval theorist. Let him build me up some naval. Do I have any? I don't have any. No change to be made. Design lacks 1 or more modules torpedoes. I don't have enough to do it. I'll just have to wait till I've got some naval XP. I guess. I should have thought of that. It's not like army XP is really needed for anything right now. Magnetic detectors. We are still pushing. They've now lost 2.3 million. 1.5 to me. I mean, I've lost 5 million, but I just don't care. I'm absorbing those losses so well. Are they? Service by requirement. That's what they were before, right? Yeah. So they could still go into all adults by serves. It's not like I've bled them that dry yet. Oh yeah, also, drop all of those, stick them in to 2 different armies, recruit 2 new generals, and put them both in. Also, what is this? Why are you guys here? Get back to the damn front. It's probably time to redraw the front lines anyway. So from up there, I'm going to let them handle more of just a northern front in general. Because I've got an idea. You guys go like that. And then these 5, I'm going to have them very heavily focusing fire on the main rich areas and trying to push into mainland Europe. Because that's most of my best generals and shit. If I let them sort of clump themselves together down here in the rich parts south of the Urals and just like an iron fist just punch straight through the German lines towards Europe. Because if we're going to win this war, ultimately we need to get over there. We need to get to Europe. We need to finish fighting in Russia. Fighting in Siberia helps, but it doesn't win the war. Fighting down here. Now that's the important bit that is going to win the war. Oh my god, look how far into Africa they've pushed. Even Italy's taking back. Actually no, Italy's not taking back. What am I saying? Italy's not taking back North Africa. I guarantee if I could see in there, that would all be like Turkish and German troops. Italians did not do a naval landing. The Italians could barely hang on to Ethiopia. No, my new strategy seems to be working okay. A little worried about supply in here. Might, yeah, well, get all of this up there. All of that going. Go back to repair. Because there's going to be so many roads that need repairing constantly. Yeah, you kill them, take that province, and then keep pushing. Lots of my men are getting sick. Can't say I blame them. I mean, this is working. It's doing exactly what I wanted. It's not quite as fast as I would have liked, but it is working. I mean, just keep pushing across the north if you can. So far, so goddamn good. Looks like the British are doing naval landings. I don't see that helping. Yeah, we're getting some naval XP now. Soon we'll have enough to actually build a proper working submarine. Since we don't actually have a navy to start building shit up with. I mean, start training with. It's a little bit slow. I mean, hell, if this guy could get up there and actually like cut a hole through their line and encircle this lot, it'd cut them off from all supply. And then they'd be screwed. I don't know if he'll make it, because it's a long way to go, and there's German troops coming to contest him, but he can try. Any advantage is an advantage. Also, they renamed the cities. Stalingrad is now Hindenburg. Well, it's about to be a goddamn Chinese manufacturing plant. If I get my way. Looks like we're going to be going way past 1945 in this game. God damn it. I don't really like doing that, but I don't have a choice. Manchukuo, it takes a while to build up. Unlike most nations where you can just jump into wars in like 1938 or so, it was like, no, I think nearly 41 by the time we got really involved. I didn't have a choice, I was just too weak at the start to be able to do anything more. If I'd gotten involved earlier than I did, I don't think I would have won. We are pushing it. We're into the actual Caucasus region now. We've almost got Stalingrad from the east, and once we hit that point, it's all upwards and onwards. No research going. Oh yeah, also keep repairing all this, but instead of building 1,000,000 docks now, because I feel like we've got a fair few, let's cancel them from the bottom. Any of them that we're already working on will leave. So, those ones. Instead of doing that, let's do this. Start building actual nuclear piles so that we can get nuclear bombs in time. And then we'll be able to drop them all over the Allies. Or the Axis if we build them fast enough. I mean, at this rate, it's only 82 days till they're available. If we build enough of those, we may actually still be able to nuke the Axis. Might also start doing some of this trade interdictions since we're focusing so heavily on submarines right now. Ah, we finally ran into somebody. Somebody finally tried to stop me. Oh, come on, Germany. Give me some leeway here. Still got a lot of divisions. Their manpower somehow is still staying stagnant, even though they've lost so much territory. I don't really understand that. It should be going down by now. I'm killing them by the millions. Although I have lost 8 million, which is a little bit painful. 2 million to 8 million. Every German's killing more than three Chinese soldiers. A lot more than 3 to be able to do these kinds of losses to me. Also, if I look at the front as a whole, I'm starting to see... maybe I was wrong. I'm going to say I'm starting to see men that are running out of strength, but not really, actually. Seems like it was just that one battle. Actually, it seems to be me that's running out of strength. Is that happening? Oh, infantry equipment. Whoa. Stick more factories on that. Didn't realize that was becoming an issue. What is going on here? What is this cancer? How did this one dude manage to walk so deep into my territory? Close this shit off. Don't allow this. What is this utter cancer here? Cut it off. Kill it. Do not let it breed. Get in there. Kill that damn thing. Do not let this spread. This is the ugliest thing I think I've ever seen. The hell do they think they're up to here? Keep on attacking them. I mean, they're basically out of supplies, so the more we force them to use the supplies, the sooner they'll run out and die. Also go to the bottom once again, put all the repair to the top. What Paradox really, I wish they would add, is a button that's like prioritize repair or something, so the repair is always moved to the top, so I don't have to keep micromanaging it or just not building anything other than repairs every time we get to this point. I'd like just a button I could hit, so it's just like, oh, repair before construction, just immediately puts it at the top. That would be really handy. I really hope they do implement something like that. Nuclear bombs, we officially have them. The Chinese are going to be the first to nuke. What a weird reality this is. And not just the Chinese, but the Qing. Emperor Puyi is going to drop the fat boy. Probably on Berlin. I don't even understand how timelines could alter that much to make that possible, but apparently that's going to happen. But anyway, thank you for watching, and in the next part we will, well, let's be honest, we're probably going to reach Europe. I don't know if we'll crush the Axis in the next part exactly, but they're pretty much done for now. We've pushed so far in that they can't stop me. So we'll be back. Hey people, good to see that some of you made it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this content, there should be much more like it on my channel. Feel free to subscribe to see some more. Check out some of my links in the description. I stream on Twitch 3-4 days a week. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll put some links for some other videos on the screen that you can enjoy now. See you all in the next one, I hope.